Young Alaric had just been crowned King of Ora. He sat upon the great throne, feeling very tall and very powerful. He thought he could do whatever he liked, but he was about to learn the most important lesson of power. No ruler rules alone. A king is only a king because others agree to follow him. If he forgets this, his crown will quickly find a new head to sit upon. To keep his throne, Alaric needed his keys. These are the people who actually make things happen. The first key was Valerius, the High General. Without Valerius, the soldiers wouldn't march. If Valerius decided he didn't like Alaric anymore, the castle gates would stay wide open for an invader. Alaric realized that his power wasn't in his crown, but in the loyalty of the general. The second key was Livia, the mistress of coin. She managed the royal vaults and collected the taxes. Without Livia, there was no money to pay the soldiers or buy the bread. Livia held the purse strings of the kingdom, and Alaric realized that even a king cannot buy a sandwich if the person with the money refuses to open the box. Rule number 1, keep the keys happy. To keep Valerius and Livia on his side, Alaric had to pay them. This is the treasure. Power costs money, and the first coins from the vault must always go to the keys. If Alaric spent all the gold on himself, the keys would soon find a more generous king to serve. Alaric wanted to build a beautiful park for the children of Ora. He asked Valerius for help, but the general shook his head. "The soldiers need new boots, Your Majesty," Valerius said. Alaric learned a hard truth. Money spent on the people is money that cannot be used to keep the keys loyal. It is a dangerous game to choose the people over the keys. Rule number 2, control the treasure. Livia reminded Alaric that if he didn't know where the gold was coming from, he couldn't control who got it. She showed him the silver mines and the trade routes. A ruler who doesn't control the flow of wealth is just a figurehead waiting for a replacement. Alaric looked out at the crowds in the city. They were many, and his keys were few. This led to rule number 3, minimize the keys. It is much easier to keep 2 people happy than 200. If Alaric gave power to every noble in the land, he would run out of gold trying to keep them all loyal. A smart ruler keeps his circle small. One morning, Alaric found Valerius and Livia whispering in the hallway. They looked at him and then looked back at each other. Alaric felt a chill. He realized that if his keys ever felt they could get a better deal from someone else, like his cousin or a rival lord, they would stop being his keys and become his undoing. "Is it the same everywhere?" Alaric asked. Livia smiled. "In other lands, the keys are different. In some places, the keys are the voters or the business leaders. There are many more of them, which makes the treasure harder to divide, but the rules remain the same. No matter the land, the ruler must find the people who matter and keep them on their side." Alaric sat back on his throne, wiser now. He understood that being a king wasn't about being the best or the kindest. It was about the math of power. He looked at his keys, then at his treasure, and finally at his people. He had learned the rules of the game, and now, finally, he was ready to rule.